So I think what Ahmad was saying is you said that very well. Okay, so last one. Somebody pick one more. We need three. We need three. Somebody give me another one. So I heard from Ahmad. I heard from Naeem. I heard from Tamika. Everybody else is just sitting there smiling. They don't want to look at the camera. Oh, good. Lots of you. Okay, Felicia. Okay. Number one. How many people picked number one? Just out of curiosity. I want to see how many people liked number one. It was a familiar question. You kind of felt comfortable answering it. Okay, quite a few of you. Good to see. Okay, Felicia, if you can go ahead and read the question.
You are going to toss this six-sided dice. What is the probability of giving six? Why? 1 out of 6. Because it's only one number 6 and 6 sides.
Okay, so the probability is 1 out of 6 because, can you say that again?
Oh, because it's only one number 6 and 6 sides.
There is only 1 6, but 6 sides. Perfect. Okay, what do you guys think of that? And does anybody have anything different? A lot of you answered that question. Is there anything we should add to it or we should think about when we're talking about it? No? No? Okay. Ahmad, you talked a lot about this one. Did you answer it? Can we hear your answer? I'm just curious here. Ahmad asked me during the do now, Ms. Metcalfe, are we counting just the 48 states? Or are we also counting Alaska and Hawaii, which are not connected, but are still United States? And I just thought that was a great question. Ahmad, what did you put? And then I'm going to ask you specifically why you asked me that question.
Well, read the question real quick.
Sure. Sorry, Ahmad, if you'll read it.
Meteors falling toward the Earth, what would you think is the probability of hitting the United States? What do you think is the probability of hitting the ocean? Why? I put 50% out of 100 because the U.S. is big, so there's not a lot of other places they can hit besides the water. So, I mean, there's still 50% because there's a lot of water too, so it's like divided in two. So they can just equal chance.
Okay, so you said equal chance, so 50-50. Because both the United States and the ocean are big.
Right.
Okay, and why was it important? Why was it important, Ahmad, to ask about the other two states?
Because Alaska is kind of up farther than Canada, and Hawaii is on its own separate body of land.
So they're kind of spread out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just have to hit the area that we kind of live in and out west, but it can also hit somewhere over here, somewhere down here, and it'll still hit the United States. Samaya, what do you think about that?
I said 1%.
1% that it'll hit what? The ocean or the U.S.?
The U.S. because they say it's going to fall towards Earth. Earth is big. Like, you can't say it's going to fall in the United States or the ocean.
Okay, so because of the trajectory, because it's saying where it's falling towards, you think the probability is a lot bigger that it's going to fall where?
The Earth.
Towards the Earth, okay? Because they gave you that hint in the question. Okay, that's really interesting, that you picked up information from the question to do that. Okay, I got a couple other hands, so I want to hear. Naeem, what do you think about it?
I think it's a less chance of hitting the Earth because the Earth got the atmosphere that blocks stuff coming to the Earth, so it's not likely to meteor hit the Earth.
Okay, so what Naeem is saying is when meteors fall down from space, a lot of times they break up so they don't hit anything. But if it was going to make it through that barrier and it was going to hit something, do you think it's equally as likely to hit the U.S. as the ocean?
I think it's like 60 and 40% hit the Earth and 60% hit the water.
Okay, so 40% hitting, and we're not talking about the whole Earth, we're talking about the U.S. here. 40% U.S., 60% ocean, is that what you said? I'm just making sure I heard you, yes. Okay, so Naeem is saying there's a greater chance it's going to hit the ocean, and why is that again? Because there's more water than there is land in the U.S., okay? Any other, I'm sorry, Julian, you didn't hear that?
No, because you said it was more water in the U.S. than land.
Sorry, there's more water in the Earth than there is U.S. land on the Earth. Okay, so let me just draw a picture real quick of the Earth. here's the Earth.
And it's crazy.
Let's say, and here comes my really bad drawing. Let's say that this is the United States. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to make you come up here and draw it, Kiana. Let's say this is South America. Let's say this is Europe. We got Antarctica up here somewhere. We got Asia, which is real big, over here. Okay, and actually I need to make my Earth bigger. Okay, so there's my Earth, and there's some of the land in my Earth, and it might not be as proportional as I want it to be. Okay, what Naeem is saying is, Miss Metcalfe, there is a lot more water than there is land in the United States. So this is the United States, and all of this is water. So we're saying it's not going to hit Antarctica, it's not going to hit Europe, it's not going to hit Asia, it's either going to hit here or here. What is the probability that it will hit here or here? And he's saying this is bigger because there's more water. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, Ahmad, you said originally that it was 50-50. You want to stick with that, or do you like Naeem's explanation?
I mean, Naeem's assumption is good, but what happens with the atmosphere is if a meteor comes in space, it will just get smaller. It's not going to just completely just go away and turn to dust. It's going to get smaller. So it's not like it's not going to hit Earth at all. It's going to get smaller. So
Okay.
it's still a possibility.
So I just want to talk a little bit about Naeem's answer, because Naeem, you're kind of leaning towards what we'll be talking about today. What is most, even though there's two things that we said that could happen, the meteor could hit the U.S. or the meteor could hit the ocean, right? That's what the question said. Even though it's two things that can happen, it's not necessarily 50-50, just like lightning, right, Deanna? And when we first talked about the lightning example, a lot of people put, you have a 50% chance when you walk out of this school of getting hit by lightning. And now we understand, like, no, it happens very rarely. It depends on the weather. It depends on where you're walking. And it's happened so few times, right, that we don't think that it's likely to happen anymore. So we're talking a little about, hey, if there's only two outcomes, is it necessarily going to be 50-50? Who did the baby one? Tamika, right? That was right on target. That is a 50-50% probability. Let's look at this then. A family has 3 children. They've had girls, all girls so far. Talking just about the next baby. Okay? Talking just about the next baby. They want it to be a boy because they've had 3 girls. What is the probability that the next baby is a boy? Ahmad says 50-50 right off the bat. Samaya? 1 out of 3. Why 1 out of 3? 2. 1 out of 2.
It's 1 out of 2 because one of my.
Okay, so Samaya is not going to defend her answer. Kiana, I'm ready to hear from you. Go
I
ahead.
say 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2.
Yeah, because you got boy and girl.
So you still think it's 50-50 because you still think, hey, it still could be a boy or girl. It's not really important that it was girl